tell me more about that.
Good morning and welcome to First Unitarian Church in Providence, where we love beyond belief. My name is Peg Boyle, and I will be the worship associate for today. This is the fresh and fragrant and colorful day that we have been given. May we make the very most of it, beginning now, together.
Jenny, Makiba, good, you're here. I found more.
More what?
Flowers. They're everywhere. I found some up front on some tables. I found some with the people. I think they're multiplying.
There are a lot of flowers.
Should I call someone? A gardener? A florist? The green team?
I don't know. I didn't grow up in a UU church, so I don't really know what's happening either, Olive.
Okay, good. Not good that you don't know. Good that I'm not the only one. I was trying to look spiritually prepared, but I was about to form a flower response team.
No need. Today is our flower communion service.
Now, Jenny, I know what all those words mean separately, but what's that?
The flower communion is a special ceremony where everyone brings a flower to share. Later in the service, each person receives a different flower to take home. It's a service we do at the end of every church year.
The end?
Olive, what's wrong?
Church is ending forever?
Not forever. Some of our programs are just taking a little break for a few months over the summer. And some are just a little different. Worship is a little earlier. The kids are doing a summer adventure all together.
But I like the regular year. I like how everyone sits in the same pew each week. I like the activities we do in our spiritual pathways classes. I like it when we sing, and some people know the words, and some people just confidently move their mouths.
That's relatable.
And now we're supposed to just go into summer like we're not gonna miss each other?
Even if it is a little different, we will still get to see each other. We even have our first ever summer multi-gen in July. But you're right, it's not exactly the same, and it makes sense to feel sad when something is changing. Maybe Flower Communion can help us with that.
Does it come with snacks?
Not exactly. When someone gives you a flower today, it's not just a flower. It's a little reminder of this community.
Like something beautiful you can carry with you?
Yeah, a reminder that even when we are not all in the same room every Sunday, we are still connected.
Wait, like taking a little piece of first you with you?
Exactly.
Like, if I feel lonely in July, I can look at my flower and remember that people here love me?
That's right, Olive.
And if I forget that I belong?
You can remember you belong here.
And if I miss everybody so much that I dramatically flop on the floor?
Maybe look at the flower before the dramatic flopping.
Good note. Preventative pastoral care.
But flowers don't last forever, right?
Mahima, please. I just became emotionally attached to all of them.
Actually, that's a little part of what we're doing this year. Everyone will have a little piece of parchment paper in their order of service that they can use to press their flowers at home.
Press it? Like with my foot?
No.
Definitely not your foot.
You put the flower between the papers, tuck it inside a heavy book, and leave it there for a few weeks.
And then what happens?
Then, later this summer, you can open it back up. The flower will have changed, just like some of our services, but it will still be there.
Oh.
And it can remind us that our community changes too. The season's changing, people are traveling, kids grow, but the love and connection are still there.
Even when they look a little different.
So today we bring flowers, we share flowers, and then we can press them and keep them as a reminder we're still connected?
Exactly.
Okay, but I am still a little nervous about the ceremony. I would like to practice.
Okay, we can do that. Mahima, this flower is a reminder that you are a part of this community.
Thank you, Jenny. Olive, this flower is a reminder that you're a part of this community too.
And if anyone misses me this summer, they can look at their pressed flower and imagine me saying, "What's up?"
Yep.
And also, you are loved.
That's even better.
Happy Flower Communion, everybody. Did someone grab my flower?
Any and all RE kids, come up here. Any and all. Alright, take one to the microphone.
Good morning. Does this all just lift you already? The flowers and the day and music and Olive. Ever anxious Olive. Because she's the only one who's ever anxious that I know. This is our time of greeting. It's our opportunity to say hi to each other. This is also our last regular service of the church year before we go into our summer schedule. What time do services start? Starting next week? 10 a.m. Be a little earlier, a little cooler. But this is our last regular service, and some of us will be heading into different places over the summer. Some of us will stay right here. But regardless, I'm sure we won't all see each other in the way we've become used to this year. So let's give an extra special greeting to each other as we make sure that everyone who's sitting near or far, all of us feel the gladness we carry for being together. No one goes ungreeted, unwelcomed this morning.
That was a long skit.
Can you do the angel?
I know.
Well,
that
you could
was
say
a
like
long
she's kind of been
skit.
our angel too. And she wears angel wing earrings a
And
lot.
we do like a little like Broadway.
And before we resume our seats, can we, as always, turn to the camera that's to the right of the organ console to greet everybody who's with us from afar on the count of 3. Good morning. 1, 2, 3. Good morning. Everybody who's home or traveling or with us from away. It is so good to be together in every way that we're able. And now, Eleanor Anso, who's one of our coming-of-agers. Eleanor is the one who sent in the video when we had our coming-of-age service a couple weeks ago. Eleanor is going to lead us in our chalice lighting.
Join me in the our chalice lighting. This light burns also in our hearts, and it lights the way for harmony, justice, and hope for all.
And our invocation this morning is adapted from one of my favorite Unitarian Universalist ministers, the Reverend Jane Jepka. In this, the season of steady rebirth, we awaken to the power so abundant, so holy. It returns each year through earth and sky. We will find our hearts again and our good spirits. Now we begin again to feel it flow, and we love and believe and give and wonder. We feel again the eternal powers, the flow of life, moving ever onward through one faithful spring into summer. May we be forever grateful. Alleluia. And amen. And now we have our covenant song. I believe we are asking our children and youth again to come forward to lead us in the covenant song, which of course we now sing here also in the meeting house, but which started off in our Sunday school. So everybody come on forward. I'd like the littlest kids on the platform with me, please. Littlest kids, you count. It would be so great if you would come right up here so that everybody can really see you. Yes, that's perfect.
I'm one of the littlest kids, right?
Yes, you should go right in the front. The littlest of all, Dominic. All right, keep coming. Hurry, hurry, let's go. Quick, 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 like bunnies. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. All right, all right, all right. Here comes somebody with a knee brace and scrambling all the same. Woo, Scout. Okay. Are we assembled? One more. Come on, come on, come on. Yay! All right. This is so nice. I love doing it this way because it's like we're singing it back and forth to each other, isn't it? Is everybody ready? Okay.
Justice and justice, covenant to walk together in our search for truth, seeking the paths of wisdom, compassion, and justice,
And now we have our flower procession that's coming up from the back of the room. If you brought flowers with you and you didn't put them in the vases yet at the back of the room, you should just come on forward too and add them here.
Hold on.
But we have our procession of flowers, and we're going to sing them in with the hymn, number 78, Color and Fragrance. We're going to sing verses 1, 5, and 6.
Rainbow order.
So can we join together? Can we rise as we are? Actually, let's stay seated so that we could see the flowers coming up. Let's stay seated. And hymn number 78, verses 1, 5, and 6. Wow, perfect timing. It's so important always to hold on to Unitarian Universalist history. The whole world doesn't know it. It's very important that we do. The Flower Communion service was created by Norbert Čapek, who founded the Unitarian Church in Czechoslovakia. He introduced this special service to his church on June 4th, 1923. For some time, he had felt the need for some symbolic ritual that would bind people more closely together, and the format had to be one that would not alienate anyone who had forsaken other religious traditions. So he turned to the native beauty of their countryside for elements of a communion that would feel genuine to them. And this simple service was the result. It was such a success that it was held yearly just before the summer recess of their church.
When the Nazis took control of Prague in 1940, they found Dr. Čapek's gospel of the inherent worth and beauty of every human to be, as Nazi court records show, too dangerous to the Reich for him to be allowed to live. Dr. Čapek was sent to Dachau, and a year later, about the time his simple ceremony was beginning to spread among American Unitarian Universalists, he was killed as part of a Nazi medical experiment. This gentle man suffered a cruel death, but his message of human hope and decency lives on through his flower communion.
The significance of the flower communion is that no two flowers are alike, so too, no two people are alike, and each has a contribution to make. Together, all these different flowers look at the remarkable bouquet they make. Our common bouquet would not be the same without the addition of each individual flower. So too, our church community would not be the same without each and every one of us. This service is an affirmation of our community.
In exchanging flowers, we show our willingness to walk together in our search for truth, choosing our covenanted bond over all that might divide us. Each of us takes home a flower brought by someone else, symbolizing our shared connections in community. This communion of flowers is essential to us as freely committed people in a welcoming faith. Today, we celebrate Reverend Chapek's ritual. Let us each share our unique flower with this loving congregation and rejoice in the beauty we receive in return.
share the joys and sorrows held in our community together. From Steve McCloy, marking the 5th anniversary of the death of my brother Terry, a fine brother, father, and man who showed up. From Beverly Kotev, a candle of gratitude to the First U staff and congregation for the love and care they have given to me around the passing of my beloved husband, Bill. We are fortunate indeed to have such a strong, supportive community during our times of joy and sorrow. From Derek Smith, sorrow for the loss of my mother. From Claire and Hannah Rosenbaum, a candle for a speedy recovery for my husband and Hannah's dad from a bad bout of pneumonia that hit one day before scheduled knee surgery, to be rescheduled at a much later date. From Abby, a candle of joy, my sister who is going to high school next year. A candle of joy. It's a joy to think of all the unexpected, momentous experiences and people I have encountered so far in this life. This helps me look forward eagerly to all the unexpected things to come. From Roxanne Stern, gratitude for all that Janet Downing Taylor and Bill Kotev have given to our community. From Declan, a candle of great joy to my grandfather's 80th birthday, tomorrow. He is too busy playing pickleball to come to church. A candle of joy, a very special congratulations to our amazing children. Great job, Lily and Andy, on another school year, and our son Jackson for graduating in the top 10% of his senior class. Remember fellow St. Catherine alum Nancy Dooley, mother of John. A candle of happiness for our wonderful church and community. From John and Nancy Dooley, a candle of sorrow for John's mom who passed away last week, but a candle of joy that it went as easy as it could have. From Michael Lapides and Karen Cohen, sweet little Juniper, born June 8th, 26, full of love and possibility. Yesterday's genetic test results leave us praying for your health. May you grow up big and strong. May you blossom.
We have our flower communion meditation, followed by silence for personal reflection and prayer, and then concluded with music. A flower pushes up from late winter snow. A flower pushes up from a crack in a wall. A flower pushes up from the single plant in a desert. A flower pushes up from the sediment and sand of a lake bottom. A flower pushes up from a sheer rock face. A flower pushes up from cracked, dry earth. A flower pushes up from an abandoned flower pot.
A flower pushes up from a groove in a sidewalk. A flower pushes up from a well-trodden path. A flower pushes up. A flower pushes up. A flower. A flower. We don't have to cultivate hope. We don't even have to justify it. We just have to pay attention. The world cultivates hope. The world justifies hope. You know what I'm saying. Just look around you. Look at the flowers. In the words of Dr. Chapek, from his original flower communion, Infinite Spirit of Life, we ask your blessing on these which are your messengers of love, of fellowship. May they help us remember to care for one another and for the earth. May they also remind us to cherish love as one of your most precious gifts. May we always remember to do whatever we can, great or small. The world needs single one of us. Can we join also in our responsive blessing of the flowers, which is in your order of service? In the name of the creative spirit which implants in our hearts that unrest which will not be quenched until people live lovingly with each other, we bless these flowers. In the name of the prophets and peacemakers who sacrifice their lives to hasten the coming of the reign of mutual respect, we bless these flowers. May these flowers be for us the sign of the glory and variety to which we aspire, knowing the whole while that we are one family, the family of spirit and nature. May we be strengthened by the spirit of love, that we ourselves may bloom in the splendor of a joyful life and endeavor to be more perfect in our days.
Let us now share in our flower communion. As we each in turn approach the communion vases, let's do so with a sense of how important it is for each of us to address our world and one another with gentleness, justice, and love. You will be given a flower by the person ahead of you. Keep that one, then select a flower different from the one you received to give to the person behind you. As you receive your flower, noting its particular shape and beauty, please remember that it is a gift that someone else brought to you. It represents that person's unique humanity and therefore deserves your kindest touch. Let us now form two lines coming up the center aisle and use the side aisles to return to your pews.
Yeah, please. Okay, I'm giving you this one. And you keep. my script. Everybody has their flower? Hold it up. Let's see this bouquet scattered. Look at that, all over our meeting house. Isn't that beautiful? Some of us will say, ooh, I brought that flower that so-and-so is holding. What a bouquet. What a beautiful bouquet. This is the time in the service for our offering, our opportunity to express gratitude and practice generosity. For those of us who weren't here last week, I will say that 2 weeks ago I mentioned that $1 is now worth like $6.50. My dad used to give me and my sister each $1 when we would donate at church. If everybody gave like a $5, it would lift our giving enormously. And if we did that, we would be so well prepared for the expenses that we cannot budget for that come up anyway across the church year. Surprises, opportunities, challenges that we also need to meet. And one of the main ways we do that is through the offering, which is not part of the regular budget because we don't always know exactly what you're going to give. Each time we outstrip what we gave last year, we make this church stronger. Regardless, thank you so much for all that you give and all that you do and all that you are. among the many ways to practice our faith, not only in the time that we set aside for worship and Sunday school. Again, the Pride Fest team is inviting everyone to get involved with our Pride celebration. We didn't get information from the organizers to help us sponsor a booth, but we are all set for the parade. If you want to help and or march, contact Holly Dobbs or Rick and Pam Pond. Can you guys stand up if you're here so people who may not know you can see you? Those are the folks to talk to if you want to get involved. Yes, and Holly will be there for the ice cream social, and it is June 20th. And as you heard from Olive and the conversation that she had with Jenny and Mahima earlier today, this summer, First U is going to have our first ever summer multi-generational service. We are very excited. It's going to be on July 12th, and we are going to celebrate Vartavar. Everybody knows Vartavar, so it's going to be great. See you there. Now, Vartavar, which I learned about this year, is an Armenian holiday, and it highlights water as its source of blessing, play, and connection. So it's like a pre-water communion celebration. And the service is going to include Armenian folk songs, a story created especially for our communities, and more. There's going to be an indoor portion of the service, after which anyone who does not want to get wet should go over to coffee hour. Everybody else who wants to join in the fun should go outside for water games on the lawn, because literally Vartavar is a holiday celebration that is celebrated with the equivalent of water balloons. I know. This is why it has to be a multi-gen. So, Vartavar, everybody's together inside. The people who don't want to get wet, run to coffee hour as quickly as you can during the break. Everybody else goes that way for the second part of the Vartavar worship service. When is it? July 12th, yes. And lastly, open mics continue. If you are loving our open mic nights, you do not have to wait till fall for the next one. Asa, our assistant music director, is going to be hosting these on the third Tuesday of the month throughout the year. So the next one will be Tuesday, June 16th. You can come perform, you can come listen. They're becoming this really big thing, and people are just having so much fun, and lots of people come to listen, and lots of people come to perform. So it's a great night all around. Very lastly, I would like to ask Nancy Forstrom, who is unusually here today, to come forward along with our presidents. As many of us know, Nancy Forstrom is our Director of Operations, and she has been our Director of Operations for the last 8 years. 8 years today. Is it 8 years today? It's 8 years today. And she's done a fantastic job. Oh, you needed Kleenex. She's done a fantastic job in countless ways every single day she's given us. She has grown the job and the responsibilities and the support she provides to the church staff and to the leadership of the congregation, and we wouldn't know how to do without her, but we're about to learn because she is retiring. This coming week is her very last week of working for First U, and then she is retiring and moving to Portugal. Yeah, so it's pretty exciting. It's kind of a lot. It's a big adventure. We do have the wonderful Scott McPherson, who we have found to take over, and we have just lucked out. We've been blessed with some extraordinary people helping to run and handle the management of this church, and we have another one coming in. So in fact, I think we're going to be in very good hands, but we're going to miss you like crazy. And it's been such a gift to work with you all these years and be able to depend on you and collaborate with you and connive with you sometimes. And it will be really good, but it won't be the same without you. So the church has come together. We have a celebration that's also of Nancy, as well as the usual ice cream social after the service, which is always traditional. But we've come together with some gifts. And this gift, which you should open, is from the congregation. Yeah, Nancy, because she was originally saying she was going to go with only 2 suitcases. And I, who have actually moved to a foreign country, know that that's impossible. And eventually she cracked and agreed that it was impossible. So she's going to go with a few more than 2. 7. 7 suitcases.
Still single digits.
Still single digits. Do you need any suitcases, or do you have them all? She's good. But therefore, the gifts we've given her, the staff has given her some gifts and had our own goodbye for her a couple weeks ago. The gifts we're giving her need to be easy to travel with because, a big glass salad bowl is not going to be useful for her.
Plus, I don't eat salad.
That's true. And as everyone knows, Nancy is the only vegetarian in the world who refuses to eat her vegetables. So...
Just ask Nancy Weiss-Fried.
Yes, poor Nancy Weiss-Fried has been trying to feed Nancy Forstrom all these years. So we got you, your major gift is this necklace, which is handcrafted by a Rhode Island jeweler, and I believe it is silver and white gold, and it has 3 charms on it in colors that we knew would look great on you. And here's yours, and here's yours, and here's mine. The 3 charms were very intentionally picked out for Nancy. And I get to talk about the first one, which is an anchor. An anchor, which is, of course, a symbol of our state. It is a symbol of hope. It's also a symbol of Jesus and Christianity. And Nancy, as everybody learned finally, is in fact an ordained Baptist minister as well as a great director of operations in our Unitarian Universalist community. And what's inscribed on the back of the anchor charm says, "Life's roughest storms prove the strength of our anchors. Let this anchor keep you firmly in place and never give up the ship." And I wanted to talk about this one because Nancy has been our anchor. Since the day she got here, she has been the anchor for this church, and we are so lucky to have had you anchoring us and grounding us and part of what gives us hope. Thank you so much. And there's your anchor.
Yeah, the next charm is a compass rose, and it has a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson, which is, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters. Compared to what lies within us, follow the directions of your heart." And I would add, Nancy, we've always experienced you as a person with a strong moral compass, but it's aided by a deep, abiding compassion for all those that you encounter. And you're quietly confident and always supportive, and you're able to lead us and in your way, lead the congregation from a side or from behind, and you've earned our tremendous respect as a fair, caring, and empathetic person. So we wish you the best of luck.
Yep.
The third charm is an angel.
Yeah, we got you silver and white gold.
So she's been our anchor. She's also been our angel. So it's perfect, I think. This angel, sorry about the glasses situation here. This angel is sent to
Do you want me to hold it for you,
No,
Beth,
I've
over?
got it out there.
Yeah.
With me. Yeah. This angel is sent to guide, assist, protect, and comfort, which is exactly what you have been doing for 8 years. And as George Gershwin said, "Someone to watch over me."
I'm going to sum it up, which is just a genuine thank you. I hope you felt it. we're going to probably do it again here and stand up and clap. We are also very grateful for everything Nancy has brought. She's been an anchor. She's been a guiding force like a compass. She's been an angel. She's done so much for us in helping us grow and position ourselves for the next phase of who we are. Every day is a next phase of who we are, and she has ushered us through the past 8 years in such wonderful partnership. I don't know. We're really, really grateful. And this is also a Rhode Island-based artist creation. This is a Rag and Bone journal. It says Celebrating Nancy 2026 in the bottom. I think many of you had an opportunity to sign it. I bet you probably could steal it from her during the ice cream social and jot a little note if you haven't yet had an opportunity to do so. There are also cards in here, so just be careful that you don't drop them all out. But that's for you. And thank you all. Thank Nancy. We're really grateful.
Do you want to say anything or just go?
Can I just see it? Thank you so much, everyone. I can do this. It has been great, and I'm not going to talk about all of the people that have made it great. I just want to say, and those of you who heard my sermon, remember that I came here disillusioned with church, and I leave here once again believing in the power of church people to change the world. So thank you for that.
Okay, you're good. Our closing hymn is 305 in the gray hymnal, number 305, again, De Colores, and we're going to sing the 4 verses, including the one in Spanish. We're just going to give it our best. Some of us are Spanish speakers, some of us are not. All of us can try.
grandes amores, de muchos valores que nos dan a mí.
Our benediction is from the writing of the American
20th century poet May Sarton. Help us to be the always hopeful gardeners of the Spirit who know that without darkness, nothing comes to birth, as without light, nothing flowers. And Eleanor Anso is going to come up and lead us in the words for our chalice extinguishing. It's been extinguished by the Spirit moving through this room in the form of a breeze. But we have our tiny lighting light still lit. Eleanor, will you lead us in those words?
Of course. We carry the flame
Of peace and love and hope until we meet again.
different than me. I just never